Welcome back, 5 Aces.
Battle control initialized.
Hey people, 5 Aces here. Buckle up, boys and girls, strap yourselves in, wear your safety helmets and your harnesses and whatnot. We are due for a match of the highest caliber, higher than 2 mammoth tank shells on acid. Alright, this is gonna be a competitive event that was it went under the radar, I guess, and it was held before the TTGL, but it was a very competitive in nature regardless. We've got the King of the Hill tournament, and that was hosted by Caution, as most competitive events nowadays tend to be. The players in question, these are the finals already. I've skipped all the preliminaries. We're going straight into the meat and bones of the game here. Has been played out between the current reigning vice champion of RHL and the former vice champion of RHL, so 2 heavyweights here, going toe to toe, trading blow for blow. It is gonna be in the bottom left, spawning as the Germans, Mr. Morkel. And what else other than the Germans, right? And he is gonna tango with Mr. Orb, as not as the United States forces, unfortunately, because we're not in RV just yet. This is as Soviet Russia. We've seen him go for Tesla tanks from time to time, and we've seen him go for high-tech play, so maybe this is going to be an opportunity for him to shine. And Tesla tanks versus Chrono tanks is a late-game matchup that I really dearly love. Very entertaining to watch and very entertaining to play as well. So we're already seeing some... Oh, the engineer is getting tucked away into a corner. He knows the Ranger is coming. But Morkel right now on double ref, whereas Orb... that's obviously the classic story here. Oh, wow. Is he going to go for the intercept? I think it has been spotted. He moved his entire infantry blob, yeah. This has barely been revealed by the oil derrick line of sight. This would have been a perfect, like, a clean snipe on the engineer. Maybe even followed up by an exfiltration. But as it stands, nice try. Nice try there, but Morkel being a bit too aware for that. Just that one tile of vision made the difference. Yeah. That's the way it tends to go with the War Factory opener, so just less infantry pressure out for Orb, but it's gonna make up for it in the econ department. And we're not seeing the dreaded double War Factory builds that Hook has implemented a couple months back. And because it's kind of viable with an eco boom, or even with light vehicle rushes. But that aside, we're going into a normal game, transitioning into double ref standard versus a standard War Factory first. And we're seeing the first vehicle out, what other than a Ranger. Yeah, Morkel has proven to be someone who is very worthy of wielding the 5-star Golden Ranger. Only few players can accomplish that. Maybe only topped by Goat's infamous Ranger Light Tank combo, because he's someone who is just very effective with his Ranger Light Tank. As evidenced by the entirety of Season 9 RAGL. Alright, sniffing around here. Trying to go for the engineer, but that's in a very unlikely position. Very unlikely to be sniped here. Is he gonna dive for the rocket soldier? Maybe. Yeah, he is. Ooh, doesn't get the second burst off here. Oh, just outside of the firing arc. What? Yeah, that kind of pertains to half cells. That's the way infantry logic works. Sometimes you're firing from a diagonal half cell angle where infantry can't retaliate. The Ranger has 4.5 cells as far as I'm aware, yeah. 4.5. So it needs to be exactly on the cusp of a cell, and diagonally it can actually fire. A pretty advanced play here already. Very technical, but it does work. But only from specific angles, you can't just do that willy-nilly. Oh, the MCV moving out, so very good MCV timing. 4 minutes and 10 seconds out for Orb. Evacuating the entire main base to protect his expansion. But Morkel has no intentions of aggressing just yet. He's got his MCV online just now. He's on 5 harvesters. And yeah, very good saturation here for Orb, who is obviously up 1 harvester. Oh, Flame Tower. Nice. Gets the kill on the Ranger finally, but that has been pesky. Speaking of pesky, you know, this is just the looming threat. This is the wild card. The Joker. Let's see if we're gonna have another victory by capture. Cultural victory, if you will. Conquest. Alright, Orb with his better expansion timing plus up 1 harvester. But there's gonna be a lot of rocket density from Morkel, as is customary for double rift builds when they start transitioning into the mid game. And you've got all the rifles you need. Your rifle needs are satisfied. You're just like, yeah, now I want some of those bazooka boys. Alrighty, like a 10 stack. A very nice single file formation. Just doing the goose stepping around here. Oh, perfect concave. Orb knows what's ahead, and he has planned for this eventuality. But the meat shield is not up front, so I'm not sure. Oh, the ranger as well with the line of sight advantage. I think this is still gonna be a good trade for Morkel. Yeah, he's gonna be able to pick off those infantry units cell by cell. Man, this is so... They're playing it so meticulously. This has become rocket science at that point. Oh, ranger goes down. No more line of sight enhancement. So this is the cue for Orb to go aggressive now. He does now have the field advantage. The heavy tanks bang for buck just outtrade the mediums, and it's 3 versus 2 to begin with. So at the tail end of this, I would say that Orb came out slightly ahead, yeah. Like trailing by 2k is Morkel, but nothing too scary just yet. Orb has got a very good eco-saturation though. Man, the left-hand side is looking so good. Alright, here we go. NG versus NG battle. Is this gonna be the battle of the wrenches? Too bad it doesn't work like in Half-Life, where you can just crowbar someone. Yeah, that's gonna be the service depot. And Orb's attention is elsewhere. Oh, he might have given it away. If Orb sells the power plant in time, he sees it. Okay. That was honestly not the smartest move here. Randomly running the medium tank into an engineer just drew attention to himself. Could have captured the service depot, that would have been pivotal. Alright, this is very high level. This is so meta. I don't mean meta in a negative way, I mean like meta competence. Like, oh, so many good crushes for Orb, and he retains all of his tanks. Oh my lord. This was a complete rout. This was a wipe of the entire army. Patching them back up here as well. Medium tank has been spotted. I don't mean meta in a like meta game level, but meta in a meta skill level, where it's not just about producing the right units and putting them into the right spot, but also about moving into the right sub-cell. This is just an insane level of skills. Just want to highlight that here. But this is gonna prove a tough nut to crack with the fortifications from pillboxes. But not too many units lost just yet from Orb. Stand to lose 1 heavy here. That's fine, that's acceptable losses. Alright, in comes the cavalry. Nope. Husk of the medium tank blocking the advance. Orb is someone who is really good at unit retainment, and he loses a lot of units, but that's in big engagements, and after engagements he's someone who always scavenges the battlefield for husks or just takes heavy tanks back to the repair stations. He's just very good about that. And his econ, his macro this game is thus far really spectacular. Alright, there's gonna be Morkel thinking twice about abandoning his main base, not evacuating just yet. He is on tier 2. That is gonna be... Alright, tier 2, counter tier 2 has been produced as well, and the V2 is out for Orb. He is very deadly with V2s. Flamethrowers mixed in, just randomly, I like that. Just 1 or 2, you know. Oh, he didn't know about that pillbox. It was already costly. Alright, so he doesn't feel safe here anymore. This is a very fortified position. No real chance to breach. Yep, retreating behind the flame towers, that's just the right play. Oh, look at those unit movements. This is so meticulously planned. Planned and crafted. And converging with more forces here. The V2 is a bit exposed, dare I say. He doesn't know about the tier 2 transition from Morkel just yet. He knows it now. Alright, that's gonna cue the flak truck production. Oh! Bit of inattention. A bit of inattentiveness here, and the first Black Hawk is down. Going for the V2 rocket launcher, not finding it. Oh, very nice. Well played. Sending individual units after to hunt after the tank here. That is so great. And this flank was never gonna happen. Orb was just, Orb was just attracted to this position. That's gonna be another route here. I mean, Morkel has been bleeding a lot. Yeah, 27 over 18k destroyed. That is quite a significant difference. 9k. Can the RT make up for it? Traditionally, the answer is yes. If team games are any metric to go by. But in high-level plays, usually not. And this artillery has immediately been flanked. Uh-oh. The Kanyad is under attack here as well, or under peril, I should say. This might just be the end of Morkel. Ooh. But his flank onto the tech, onto the airfield. Nice strafe coming in here. Can he go for a crash as well? Almost. The angle not just right. Not quite right. Oh my goodness, if those guys stand still for a group picture. With a V2 rocket launcher in the picture, this might just be brutal. Oh, okay. Doesn't make the turn. V2 is just waiting here. Alright, the airfield is being destroyed. It's a 500 credit investment, look. At the end of the day, that ain't gonna cut any mustard. No mustard cutting to be had here. Tier 3 for Morkel. He feels he's ahead. I'm not so certain as to this assessment. V2 goes down. There is a veto on V2 production, if you will. Combat tab still 9k ahead, so a very even split thus far. Oh, that's a harvester though. And the rest of the pack is forced to give way. I think there need to be some flak trucks now. Yep. Flak truck transition coming in now. He has prepared a SAM site. Have you ever seen a SAM site out in the wild? It's been a while. Uh-oh. That's a nice position. That is a very nice position for this infantry. Very good cluster. Is this gonna be the turnaround? Man, Orb is losing so much here. Should just wait for his tech units. Bide his time, wait for the cavalry to arrive. That is starting to hurt a lot. Where? Well, the flak trucks. They're coming out now, but that's a bit late, isn't it? Still 8k ahead, so at the end of the day he has traded evenly. He has, however, lost harvesters plus mining time, so that is significant. Wow, okay. So tier 3, can this be the saving grace? I would go for it, Tanya. Come on. Tanya, helipad. Name a more iconic duo. Maybe Tanya plays transport. Alright, the sides here have been pretty much mined out for Morkel. It is honestly, Orb has now the advantage, like a weird advantage in RTS. When you have less map control, it results in you having your eco for a later turn, right? Save it for a rainy day. In games with expendable resources, that is. OpenRA does have like semi-expendable resources. But that is Morkel going on the aggression again. Yet again, one tank here might stand to snipe a harvester. Yeah, 2 more bursts. I think he should trade. Oh. Doesn't commit here. Just tries drawing the army out instead. This is now Tesla Coil Central. Okay, he's relocating his MCV. Ah, the line of sight from the Black Hawk. Why no flak trucks, Orb? Your flak trucks are... Ah, there they are. Oh, that's a nasty crash. Tanya's here. No fear, Tanya's here. Flank on the right-hand side. Ooh, this is gonna hit an angle that is completely unprotected. Orb, are you ready for this? No, you're not. You most certainly aren't. Also, his rocket count has been suffering lately. Okay, service depot under siege. Is gonna go down in one more volley. There we go, no more heavy production. Man, Orb, has he thrown it away? It appears to be the case. Tesla Coil now on the wrong side. Tesla Coil should be here and chipping away at the defenses. Just stem the tide. Stem the base push tide. His lack of anti-air is starting to really compound the problems that he has. Oh, it's so rough. He's trying to individually target the soldiers. It's working for the time being, but turret push. There's no Tesla Coil here. Tanya is advancing. Oh, nasty. What a turnaround. Ah, refocus? Yeah. Was nice knowing you, Tanya. Man, that is sad. Sad to see her go down like this. Right-hand side, counter-aggression. There is no army here. Wait a second. There is no army here at all. Orb should... He might win the push here on the right-hand side. Left-hand side has been thoroughly cleaned up. Now it's only base push. Oh. Yep, power down. There we go. Morkel gonna start losing some harvesters. Okay. Can he wall off in time? Oh, the flame tower is in range. Oh, it's so close, but he manages to. And here are three heavies. Starting to tear these tanks to shreds. Tiny is back, holding the line, but... I mean, that's a pretty good push here, and Tiny is out of position. Very smart from Orb. Just putting his infantry where Tanya isn't. Now only a helipad would... Or like a helitrans would be in order. Wow! GG being called for Morkel. The reverse sweep. The reverse turnaround. The trades have always been better for Orb, but then there was a period in the mid-game for like 5 minutes where it seemed like he was completely out of it and losing on all fronts, but he came back surprisingly enough. That was very unexpected. Really cool tournament here. That's the King of the Hill tournament, I think the second iteration by Caution. Give him a follow on Twitch if you haven't watched his cast just yet. So he's starting to take over the competitive scene because, yeah, I can't live stream, unfortunately. And also watch his VODs of the Dark Tournament. I honestly haven't watched anything because I don't want to get spoiled. I want to cast the replays, and I want to not know what's happening. Also, speaking of not knowing what's happening, what's with this double service depot? Probably just safety first. Yeah, really well played from Orb. Really well played from Morkel as well. But ultimately paying the price here for neglecting his right-hand side. Awesome. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. More content is on the way. RV, SP, and Company of Heroes. Plus Red Alert, obviously. See you then. 5 aces out.
Battle control
Oh, and no Dune.
terminated.